All right, here we are, February 12th, 2024. I've been alive for exactly 15,707 days. True statement. I know that only because it's my 43rd birthday and I was trying to find out how many days I've been alive. 15,707. Feels significant. I think it is. Yesterday on February 11th was the Super Bowl, and there's a lot of chatter because there's a lot of hellacious stuff obviously that happens at the Super Bowl, because in some sense the Super Bowl is like this apex cultural moment. It's this moment where all of the loudest and most economically substantive voices say what they want to say, whether it's music, media, actors, companies. And so as our culture has gotten increasingly darker, that event has gotten increasingly stupider. It's gotten, it's just gotten worse. And last night was no exception. I mean, we had Taylor Swift and her witchcraft friend doing witchcraft signage from the box. You had the quarterback assault and battery, literally, his coach. You had the Black National Anthem, which is just an insane idea for a number of reasons, which we'll get into in a minute. And then, of course, the cultural decadence of the halftime show and the commercials and the consumerism and the just trash. I mean, I didn't even watch it. Most of my friends didn't watch it because it's just trash. This is what America has become: consumerism and sex and devil worship and trash. Oh, and the He Gets Us commercial. That's a freaking political ploy to try to trick Christians into thinking that the best kind of Christians, the most empathetic, are the people that don't say anything true, which is nonsense. Is our place open here? For a cigar store open here? Yep. Should we go get a cigar? This is my cigar shop right here, Barclay Rex. See if they let us. It's a new guy. My friends follow me where I'm with the camera. I'm just getting a cigar. Thanks. Do you want one or no? This guy's new. It's a great shop.
Need more cut?
Yeah, straight, please. Birthday discount?
I wish.
Thanks, man.
Matches?
Yeah. Sure. Thank you.
Enjoy.
All right. Would it be funny if we just did this once a week, Just walk around. Talk about what's happening in the week, right? Talk about the important things. Talk about whatever it is. Anyway, so there's so much fodder from that event because it's such a secular event. And it shows how secular the nation has become and just godless, pagan. Like, their version of Christ has nothing to do with Christ. Their version of the priest has nothing to do with the priest. He's not somebody that brings truth and order. He's not a chiropractor that adjusts the body. He's a pathetic masseuse. That's really what it is. But on the point of the Black National Anthem, there's this line in the song that says, "And we found our faith in the darkness of the past," something like that. And so, first of all, it's not a correct interpretation or understanding of the word faith. Faith is not about the past, first of all. Faith is about the future, and faith is about future hope. The book of Hebrews says that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And so when we have faith in God, we have what? Faith in the unseen. When we have faith in heaven, we have faith for things hoped for. When we have faith for the miraculous, it fixes our mind and perspective on the good and the beautiful and the true in the distant. And this song says the exact opposite. It says we have faith from the pain of the past. That's not correct. It's actually so not correct, it's demonic. And this is how, because Satan always fixes the mind of humans into the most broken or limited places of the world. I was talking about this yesterday in my message. The trans movement loves to do this. They love to say, well, look, there's some people that have an XX chromosome set, but they have different body parts, therefore the world is this way. And so they fix the definition of the world inside brokenness. And that's exactly what that song did. It's like, this is our version of where we get our faith, our existential hope, sense of meaning is in this place of brokenness. So they're fixing their identity in historical, and really frankly, that's multi-generations away from chaos, and they're tying their identity to this sense of grievance rather than moving forward in actual faith, which is, I hope for something better in the future. I hope for God to do something incredible. My past is irrelevant in comparison with the incredible things that God can do in the future. And so even the songs that are songs in the Super Bowl, the songs that are the songs of hope and meaning, or supposed to be, they're not. They fix us in brokenness. They fix us in slavery, in bondage to places where our identity is in grievance and our identity is in past hurts and harms. And I mean, if you listen to the song without that sense of analysis, you're like, oh, it sounds beautiful. The voices are beautiful. And it really was. The lady's voice was incredible. But the message was deceptive. And if you're smart enough to actually listen underneath, rather than just to the top level stuff, you start to say, this is not God's system. This is not about personal sacrifice or righteousness or beauty or the redemption of Christ. My brokenness, it's like someone else's brokenness and it's their fault that my life is wrong. That kind of grievance culture is what the devil loves. He loves to go to the Garden of Eden and say to Eve, look, your world is small and it's God's fault. He doesn't want you to make it big and awesome. It's really small and pathetic. It is perpetual victimhood. Stephen told in Cameron, he just said it's perpetual victimhood. And that's what hell wants. And not to be overly political, but it's literally what Marxism is built on, perpetual victimhood. It's like the bourgeoisie is oppressing the proletariat, and because of that we need to overthrow them and murder them. And the truth is, it's like the proletariat is usually working a lot harder. Certainly in the United States of America it's true. And the bourgeoisie is hanging out and not sowing their seed, not waking in the early. Ecclesiastes says, it says, sow your seed in the morning, and in the evening do not withhold your hand, for you do not know what will succeed, whether this or that or both. And it's like, yeah, that's actually the way to have success, is to say, okay, God, I'm gonna sow my seed in the morning and not let my hand become idle in the nighttime. It's like 40 hours a week. Where's that in the Bible? Some weeks you should be doing 80 hours. Some weeks are weeks of rest and blessing and vacation. You should be doing, no hours. You should be totally relaxing. And then other times you have to grind 80, 90, 100 hours, or else you're gonna miss the window and the season that God has for you. I say it. That's what I got. How long was that?